Go to the rodeo with a cowgirl who used science to win. I'm Alan Alda. Join me in the Wild West on Scientific American Frontiers. There was a time and place that dime novels and later the movies burned vividly into our imaginations. Whisper Alexander has been tending cattle on her family's Montana ranch since she was a toddler. The skills she needs go back centuries, and they've been refined over the generations into the West's homegrown sport, rodeo. And when the chores are done, it's the rodeo Whisper lives for.
I love it. It's just the adrenaline rush and the competition. I love the competition.
But Whisper, a top-notch rider, has a weak point. And roping is a key rodeo event.
I just need to throw it out there. I'm kind of soft looping it and not throwing it bad. I'll get it though.
But try as she might, practice is not making perfect. Which is why Whisper is a volunteer subject in a brand new program at Montana State University. Okay. The project is being run by sports physiologist and former rodeo rider, Mike Myers.
What we want you to do is not make any practice throws. We want this to be a real rodeo run. So act like this is the last cap, final performance, last run. It's taken off like a rocket.
The bright lights and high-speed cameras that will track the reflective markers on Whisper's body and rope are now familiar tools in established sports.
Even though rodeo has been around for a long time, it's really considered a non-traditional sport. And so a lot of the scientific expertise that we've used in other sports such as baseball, track, and so on have not been utilized in this field. And what we're trying to do is find out how these athletes are really operating. We're trying to define basically what their sport is.
Justin Davis is another volunteer in the new program. He's brought along his favorite roping dummy for the experiment, but the reflective tape is something new.
Nobody's ever touched my rope like this before, put any tape on it or anything, but it shouldn't, affect my swing or anything like that.
The swing produces a spinning loop. The faster and tighter the spin, the better, because when the rope is released, the loop's centrifugal force is what keeps it from collapsing in on itself as it flies to the target. The Montana State research team is still finding out if the methods used in other sports will work in this new arena.
Initially, it looks good. I mean, needing to see these different points standing out against the background, and they do look pretty good.
A computer is able to take the reflective points and connect the dots to create a 3D stick figure of the roper and the rope. Now Justin's throw can be analyzed in detail. It shows near-perfect form, each high-speed loop creating a path almost identical to the one before. Now it's Whisper's turn. And the computer isn't kind.
Oh my gosh.
It reveals something neither she nor her coach had suspected.
Wow.
We're getting a loss of rope velocity by looking at how the rope dips in the front, and it's actually the rope is dying before you draw it back.
The disc traced by the loop is warping because Whisper's not spinning it at a constant speed.
If you you can increase the centrifugal force or increase the velocity of the rope during the spin, we'll typically see a narrower loop pattern there.
Okay.
Notice how wide the pattern is.
A comparison between Justin and Whisper's form reveals that she's wasting energy spinning a big loop. Where Justin's loop is tight and flat, Whisper's is wide and uneven.
I can't believe that I am making these mistakes. I thought that everything was pretty consistent, but I'm ready to go out and make things right.
2 months later, the summer rodeo circuit is in full swing. It's Whisper's first competition since the lab visit.
Ladies and gentlemen, the troops are shaking, the ground is trembling, it's time for the
The women's roping event is next, and Whisper's getting focused on her swing. In women's roping, the rope breaks away once the calf has been snared. But today, most contestants are missing altogether, and with only one throw allowed, there's no room for error. For Whisper Alexander, 2 months of working on her technique are about to be tested.
My technique felt really good. I got my loop up fast and got my tip down, and went ahead and extended my arm, and felt really good today.
Seeing herself as a computerized stick figure helped Whisper's roping enough to earn her second place overall in the women's events. Her best finish ever.